you have an opportunity to really right the ship and continue the steady play that we've seen out of this squad the last couple of years in conference.
And so Trinity with the ball to start this game off. One thing to note about this Trinity Tigers team is that one of the big reasons why they kind of struggled a little bit in their road trip was due to the loss of point scorer Natalie Anderson, but right now they are not struggling. Jamie Reedy, the freshman.
Just an absolutely stellar performance, getting the ball in her hands again right there, and she continues the hot shooting. 2 for 2 from deep, and she has Trinity ahead 6-0 to start the game.
As Reedy is going to get a steal of her own, so she can do it on offense and on defense. Josie Napoli from 3, hits it from 3. Here to start this game. Shot is up, and it rolls on in for Tamaya Moody, the sophomore out of Houston, Texas. Earlier before this game, actually on the sidelines during warm-ups. This shot from outside, it is up and good for Sky Thomas, senior in her homecoming here, coming back to San Antonio with this Mountaineer squad, and especially this year, as this shot is up, and it is good for Bailey Timmons, going to extend this lead 11-5. Offense set up. Napoli from the corner, gets it to go.
Very experienced, originally from the state of Texas, trying to provide some needed depth for this Trinity team and some size in that capacity.
In those 2 appearances, it is still very early days, and I think that the plan is
on the road, or I think they were at home celebrating the holidays with their family. So a difficult task, but I think she's integrated pretty well so far right there.
Josie Napoli has been electric ever since transferring in last year, as that is going to be a 3 in response by Schreiner.
A little bit. 17-12 advantage as Schreiner settled in very nicely, but Kylie Minter getting into the makes category of the evening. That one coming from 3. I think in a just different way. Trinity has some great shooters from last year's team, but they've just absolutely reloaded as Signs banks in that 3 from that same wing. Vegas, so maybe she's adding a new shot to her repertoire, but saw her kind of throw her hands up after it went in.
Calgard, as this pass is deflected, Kylie Minter with the shot from outside, gets it to go. The shots just keep on dropping for the Tigers. Shipley. So a lot of new faces who are making new contributions for this Trinity team. Back over to Timmons, Napoli, Reedy from the corner, she gets it to go. Cross court, Robbins thought about the shot from 3, does not take it, instead passes it over to Bailey Timmons, who hits it from 3. Pass to Robbins. Back out to Napoli. Napoli from 3, gets it to go. 11 3-pointers on the day for the Trinity Tigers. Out of Kerrville, as now going to drive with it, going to pass over and get it up and in for Treslin Roberts, sophomore out of Seguin. The layup first, and then tries to go for kind of a mid-range shot and then shoot 3. However, one thing that she's kind of run into, the players
is attached to the backboard, not the backboard itself. I think it kind of was hanging on the edge right there and
up
fell.
With the ball. Sosa, pass outside, Miles. Miles from 3, gets it to go.
Squad, 7-0 run. That's going to be ended by Signs right there. Good job going baseline and getting to the basket.
He has the numbers, and Sosa backs out of it. Shot is up from outside, gets it to fall. Napoli with it right now, outside of Jamie Reedy. Reedy from 3, gets it to go. And just like that, Trinity continuing to shoot well from deep.
Much closer at the end of that second quarter than it was for much of the game, but Reedy coming out just the same as she did in the first half, 2 for 2 from deep. Very similar start for this team as a whole after going very quiet down the stretch in the second quarter. The perimeter, they've opened up the second half very strong, and Jamie Reedy continuing her very impressive play.
3-point shooters on this team. Outside by Reedy, shot, it is good from 3.
Absolutely impressive and much needed efforts on the defensive end of the court. Down by Miles, brings them back under 20, but Napoli from deep, way downtown on that opposite wing, she knocks it home.
Napoli has done fantastic so far. Again, not just this season, but including last, as that one stripped away and taken by Timmons. Timmons goes up, Timmons puts it in, and Timmons is gonna go to the line for the and one. A fantastic transition play there by this Trinity offense, but
option capacity that's been a little bit different. She's doing absolutely everything for this team. As Bugs knocks one down for the Mountaineers on the other end.
Bugs has been one of the good players from the field so far this season, as Josie Napoli hits a huge three, and now she's gonna go to the line for the and one. Not fall for Parham. Gets her own rebound, now shot outside, and it falls. A big three there for number 3, Nariah Bugs. Division III basketball.
Yeah, not just 5-10 players deep on this roster. They have about 15 players.
Ends up going down, gets up a little bit slowly right now, driving, puts it up and puts it in, and will go to the line for the and one.
3. Back this other way. She does a really nice job of just kind of boxing out the defender, opening up the lane for her teammate. Minter gets all the way to the basket, finishes right there. Just a great seal from Greenwood that allows for that opportunity. Doing everything she can to make an impact on this game, but pace picking up here just a little bit. Schreiner down the other way.
Coach Cameron Hill has loved to do so far over the last few years, the shooter-shoot mentality, and
Shipleys and so on. They just allowed you to do very specific things, but they still have tremendous talent
to develop the way that they want to, and it's allowing them to set up
room that helps you so much as a head coach when you're trying to accomplish these goals. And I've seen a lot of really impressive signs from this team to get to that NCAA postseason and to make a run and win a national championship. And I know that's certainly something that this team wants to.
Your New Year's resolution was to not be as big of a fan of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to use an NFL analogy here.
Counterpoint that there's probably not all that many jerseys that are going to fit the 6'1" and 6'3" frames of Maggie Shipley and Greenwood. We'll see how things develop for her as the year goes along. She gets another touch right here, spinning in the paint. Saw her seal as she tried to do right there, but ultimately kick out to Maggie Robbins, who drills the 3 and sets the season high for these Trinity Tigers. That's 17 on the evening. They've taken 44 attempts from beyond the arc.
Though in football, aren't they?
Yeah, there's been some conference turnover the last couple of years, but trying to get to the finish line right here. A nice dish off Robbins to Greenwood, who runs the floor, gets rewarded for it. A beautiful pass.
More possessions here as Greenwood down low puts it up and manages to get it in, and off balance put up on the backboard. Seconds. Sosa being defended by Martin. Sosa goes down, puts it up, and it falls off the rim and backboard. Fall short off the rim. Limoncello going to take the final shot, and she gets it to go. Ava Limoncello, first time we're getting to see her on the court so far this season, and she ends the first game of 2024 for the Trinity Women's Tigers with a big 3 to make the final score 89-61. Your Trinity Tigers taking the victory over the Schreiner Mountaineers.